I am Celeste Chandler, and this is my take on comedy then and now for my History of Motion Pictures art class. And now, comedy has changed quite a bit over the years from the 1920s. It has been a viable storytelling avenue and genre then and now. The first comedy film was The Sprinkler Sprinkled in 1895. It was a silent black and white film. Despite the silent atmosphere, live music was played along with the silent film to make everything a little more interesting. Artists like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton performed comedy that was categorized as slapstick comedy. This comedy style was physical and counted on visuals to get laughs from the audiences. The means by which films were made back then were much different than they are now. Technology wasn't advanced enough for color or sound, but the next decade brought about more change in the comedy genre. This period from 1930 to the late 1940s was what is called the golden age of Hollywood. This era brought about talking movies. In 1934, the Three Stooges starred in a film entitled Woman Haters. Comedy had become more about subjects like war and politics. In the 1930s, comedies was an escape from the Great Depression. People flocked to the theater to escape their circumstances. These comedies focus on subjects like war, politics, and materialism. In the 1950s, stars like Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis graced the screen. At this time, the genre was more romantic and relationship-based. In the 1960s, comedies were built to influence more mature audiences and reflected changes in the way people felt about sex. At this time, we had a sexual revolution. Woody Allen, a stand-up comedian, directed films like Take the Money and Run. In the 1970s, it brought about films like Animal House. Comedies at this time focused on shocking and grossing audiences out. In the 1980s, television shows like Saturday Night Live was a huge success. Stand-up comedians became stars in films such as Jim Belushi and Dan Aykroyd in The Blues Brothers, Beverly Hills Cop starring Eddie Murphy, and Dumb and Dumber was also brought about in the 1980s. This era also brought about teen films like 16 Candles. Comedy today oftentimes comes in the form of rated R movies. These comedies include heavy adult language and sex. Even so, comedy is a viable storytelling vehicle even today.